Hello and welcome to my first video. I'm Kate's Cuz and I will be drawing every Hatsune Miku model in Project Diva. If you don't know what Project Diva is, it's a rhythm game based on Vocaloid. Jumping straight in, I'm starting off with Hatsune Miku's classic outfit. This is the one you see all the time in media and is also just the most recognizable outfit that she has. I decided to start this challenge, if you will, because I had recently gotten back into playing Project Miku, a game that I hadn't played since middle school, and an attempt to bring back some nostalgia has now given me a purpose in drawing every single model because I feel like choosing insanity. In these Miku drawings, I really wanted to push like dynamic poses and make them very interesting to look at, but with this first attempt, I completely scrapped it because I just hated the way it was looking and I hated the proportions. So I completely scratch it and redo the whole drawing. This time around it actually felt a lot easier because I did some warm-ups before drawing and it felt more fluid and things were going a lot smoother. The pose on this one actually only took about 15 minutes, which sounds kind of long, but for me it's pretty quick considering it's fan art. And for me, fan art is the hardest thing to draw. Trying to get someone's likeness in my style is just so difficult, but I'm trying, and that's kind of why I also wanted to start this challenge, was to be able to get someone's likeness and draw them repeatedly in my style. I do want to mention that all the models that I'm using for reference for these fan arts is on the Project Diva website. I will put the link in the description so you can check it out yourself. We're finally onto liner of this drawing. It felt like it took forever because I had to redo both sketches. This is actually the longest out of all the drawings just because the sketches took so long to figure out. And then you just saw me trying to futz around with the size of it because I was really not having a good time. I didn't like how small I drew it in the beginning, and then sizing it up, the line art was starting to look really weird and fuzzy. I just decided to embrace it and stick with it. I really didn't want to reline the whole thing. You can't really tell, but looking up close at it, you can see a little bit of fuzzy liner, but it's whatever. We are on to coloring. I just decided to go with like simple flat colors and then do a little bit of cell shading throughout all the Miku drawings, just not to make it too complicated because I didn't want to spend a bunch of time on all of them. I wanted to get them done very quickly just so I had the stamina to continue doing all of the drawings because there are quite a bit of models of just Miku alone in the game. And with these last final touches, here is Hatsune Miku's classic version. This second Miku is the Galia Squad 7. I have no clue if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but this whole design was honestly kind of all over the place. And what I mean by all over the place, I'm just talking about this weird armor, kind of like army style suit. It just, to me, doesn't make sense, and it really irked me. It's a stupid game, but still, the design of the whole thing where she has armor in some spots, padding in others, and then has a skirt with like stockings, just really irked me. Because she is the only one, at least within the whole Galia Squad grouping, because it's her, Len, and Ren. Len and Ren have full-on suits, all covering, and they're all looking protective for a video game funny armor suit, I guess. And then Miku is the only one wearing a skirt with stockings. I don't know what it was, but it just really irked me. And the whole time while I was drawing it, I'm trying to draw her in like a more serious, kind of badass way. And all I'm thinking about is, why the hell does she have a skirt? That is so silly when she could have looked so cool and almost elegant the way Ren and Len do. And they decided, no, let's give her a skirt and call it a day. Rant aside, it was actually very fun doing this one because I got to give her a little prop and got to make her look a little more serious, a little almost out of character for Miku, but if you are someone who listens to her quite regularly, you know that she bounces in and out from all sorts of genres and moods of songs. With all the Miku drawings, I tried to use different line art and different shading colors just to make it a little more fun and colorful. And with that, here is the Galia Squad 7 Miku. This third Miku drawing is basically just Miku in cosplay of another Vocaloid member, that member being Mako. She's kind of, I would say, like an older sister of the group, though this is me solely getting my information from the game itself, not really reading any other articles or doing that much more research, at least on their dynamics as a group. To be honest, I'm just slightly scared at what people would say their dynamic is if I did any more research on it, just because I'm scared of finding anything weird, and to keep all my nostalgia and just purity of the game, I would like to not read anything weird. With all the drawings, I do try and keep a consistent line art style and coloring and shading style just to make everything more cohesive and really make it look like it's part of a set and group of drawings rather than them kind of looking in their own kind of way. Just, I didn't want to make them too unique where everything looked very different. And I think, at least so far, I've done pretty well with actually maintaining everything, which is also kind of a struggle for me, just because for a while I really didn't like doing digital art, just because I couldn't figure out a consistent way to do artwork because all of it either felt way too long or not fast enough. Because I really like doing things quickly. Art for me just is a lot more fun when I get to do it quickly. There are some things that I've done where I've actually taken time to like slowly do them. When I do that kind of process, it feels like agony. It's just very dramatic, but for me, I don't like spending too much time on a piece. I love doing things quickly and getting to see the final result as quick as possible. Should I be doing that for all pieces? Probably not, and it's something that I will learn. Maybe. We'll see. With the last touches, here is Hatsune Miku Mako style. We are now onto the second to last Miku for this first batch, and this is the Out of Gravity design. I believe this is when you get the game, at least on the PS4, you get a demo version, and Out of Gravity is one of the first songs along with Weekender Girl that come with the game that you get to try out and see if you want to buy any more packs. In terms of overall aesthetic, I think this outfit is one of my favorites, though her hair is really funky to me because it's two pigtails with little rat tails coming out of it with other strands of hair wrapping around it. Looking at it is very funky because it looks like one piece of hair wrapping around the little rat tails, but no, it's two pieces wrapping around in like a weird DNA kind of swirl. I think one of the reasons why I really liked drawing this one is because she already has a color scheme that I love working with, and the tones of this drawing, at least that I used, were very much in my ballpark of skills and familiarity, as well as just the whole aesthetic of the model herself and the piece just being right up my alley. And with that, here is the Out of Gravity Miku. We have our last and final Miku of this group, and it's the Pansy Miku. Now with this one, I decided to go in a different route, a little more, not so much scary, but kind of off-putting kind of way. I wanted to make a Miku that was not so much cutesy and kind of like glamorous. I mean, she still is very glamorous in this, but I just wanted her to be more off-putting and a little cryptid almost, I guess. I think my favorite part out of the whole piece was actually drawing her skirt and her hair. It was something that I knew I wanted to be like very big and like sharp, just to emphasize that there is something slightly off-putting and her aura is just not quite good. It's pretty late into the video, but this is the last Miku drawing for this one. I decided to break it up into chunks just to make it easier on myself. And though some people may enjoy it, I don't think watching an hour-long video of just a bunch of different Mikus would be that entertaining. Though I will say, the next one that's going to start off the video is 8 Mikus in the same drawing, all just together. It was insane to do that one, but I will talk more about it once the video actually gets put up. And with these last final touches, I present to you Pansy Miku. And with that concludes the first installment of this massive Miku journey. Thank you all so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and maybe hit the bell icon just to see if you want to follow me on this journey.